my channel. Obviously I've been gone for a while because it's been exam season, but I've literally finished my exams. My degree is done.
Everybody say yeah! Yeah!
It's not really hit me yet. Like, everyone's really excited for me, but I don't know, like, it's not hit me. So I'm just in this in denial stage where I'm trying to be productive and do other stuff. So I thought, you know what, let me stop watching Line of Duty and let me film. Line of Duty is really good, by the way. Shout out to my plug, Kathy. If you saw my Snapchat bank holiday weekend, you saw that my eyeshadow was green. Let's hope I remember how I did it. Otherwise, we're literally going to be experimenting, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be talking while I basically do that. I've got my eyebrows on already because they're not threaded, so it's gonna take me a whole minute. And I realized on my last Get Ready With Me, I just took long for no reason. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you subscribe if you wanna see how I get the green eyeshadow look and everything else. Stay tuned. It's literally just been a very, very weird couple of weeks with exams. Exams were stressful to say the least. After bank holiday weekend, I ended up with tonsillitis, so I was on antibiotics for like what felt like 3 months, but it was nearly 2 weeks. That kind of knocked me out for like the longest. My bank holiday weekend was so much fun though. Like the event on Saturday, then Chill and Grow Sunday, like it was just vibes. And, you know, seeing people that I've, you know, met through social media and stuff. Like, shout out to you, man, innit? Because you guys made the motive fun, and also my girls as well. Then coming back to uni, having to revise, get into that, like, my sleep pattern is jacked. Like, it's actually finished. I can't even sleep before 4 a.m. and it's a nightmare. Obviously, being Ramadan as well, I've also got my Ramadan videos coming out at the same time as like my non-Ramadan related ones. So, you know, this is how I waste your time, because I'm talking but I'm not doing anything. Let me get to it. So I'm gonna prime my eyes with LA Pro Concealer in Fawn, and then we can just make a move, because I'm just talking for the sake of talking, and I'm not even like doing anything productive while I talk. I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe because it's got all the green shades I need in here. Just as a reference, because I remember my last Get Ready With Me, I was trying to show you guys the contour shade, but I didn't get to it. This is my contour shade, so this brown here. So not the darker one, it's too harsh, so I just use this brown here. So obviously, before we go into dark shades, I'm gonna need a transition color, so I'm gonna use this brown here before I set the green. Otherwise, it's going to be way too harsh on my eye. So yeah, we're just going to start again, you know? So I'm just going to switch into this transition colour and just stamp it all over my eye. It's like a light brown. And then I'm going to take an even lighter brown just above it and just help that to blend into just my eyebrow above. I had like a suggestion from like an old school friend. She suggested self-love, and I was like, okay, cool, because like I've made that speech to my friends a gajillion times. Every time one of my friends gets done over by one guy, yeah, I come in like Captain Save a Friend. And I think I might have cut this out of my last Get Ready With Me, but I was saying that our school is predominantly white, and I've been to predominantly white schools from, you know, kindergarten reception up until I left to go to uni. I said before, I didn't have black friends until uni, so you know what I mean. But yeah, we were talking about self-love in terms of, with the majority of boys being white, they have their type, which is white girls or light Asian girls, do you know what I mean? Or like the mixed people. So if you're mixed Asian white, mixed black white, whatever. So when you're of the darker spectrum, you just automatically seem unattractive to like that, you know, group of people, which now I don't really care. But obviously back then it's like, rah, like you guys think I'm butters, do you know what I mean? But it's more, what I'm saying about self-love is in learning to love the fact that you're just a boss person, like you're that bitch, do you know what I mean? Because going through life, listen, I didn't rate myself and think I was like, what, a painting until uni, not gonna lie to you. And even then, it took a while for me to see the glow up. Because learning to love yourself is not just about I love myself because I'm going to do my makeup today. Self-love is about knowing your worth as a person and knowing that you are worth everything in this world. You have the rights to everything. You deserve everything. There's nothing in this life that can't be given to you. Everything is available to everyone. So I'm going to go in with the green now after I've like done this. And when I say like self-love, it's just about, listen, take yourself out, treat yourself, be like, you know what, I deserve this. Don't rely on someone else to love you. Because when I tell my friends who are like going through breakups and stuff, I'm like, or wanting to get into relationships and they want the male attention, they don't want to be alone. I'm like, first of all, how can you get someone to love you if you don't know how to love yourself first? That doesn't make sense. What you're craving is love. But the thing is, you can supply that love for yourself. But you're not seeing it as that. You're thinking, all right, I need to find, you know, this person needs to come and love me so I can feel worthy on this earth. And that is not what you need. And it took me a while to learn that. Obviously, before my relationship, listen, I was always talking about self-love and I was always you know, telling people about it. But even after my relationship, I have to like take my own lessons, like craving the love from someone. But it's like, no, I need to spend time by myself. I need to relearn to love myself, and I need to relearn like to look at myself and start loving things about me. Because when someone's doing it for you, you forget. Let's just not crave male attention when it's not necessary. Especially if you girls that are coming from breakups, heal, girls, heal. Don't bounce from guy to guy thinking, oh, do you know what? I need this in my life. Don't do that. That's so destructive. Like with me, listen, I feel like had I had come fresh from my breakup and slid into XYZ number of boys, I would have gone mad. If you go searching for male attention, you're not going to find it. Guys, I've realised it's when you don't look for boys. That's when all the boys in the world want to come and slide into your DMs. It's like, can I catch a break, please? Can I actually catch a break? I know the shadow looks a bit mad, right? It does. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's going to pattern itself. Just wait. 2 minutes. Just wait. I've literally got a solid plan for this. The Jaclyn Hill palette has like a corresponding green shimmer. So you see the matte green is like a green shimmer. So I'm going to take that green on like a flat brush. I'm literally going to place it on top of the green that I've just put on my eyelid. I saw this topic on the timeline and it's really bothered me. About basically, so someone was talking about washing your legs in the shower. There were many people, right, jumping in the comments, running to tell people that they don't wash their legs. And I was just kind of sitting here like, can we actually have some respect for ourselves, please? Why are people not washing their legs inside the shower? And listen, right, I'm sorry. I don't want anyone in my comments trying to justify that. I don't want it. Please, if you're someone that doesn't wash their legs in the shower, don't come into my comments and debate with me, because that's just dirty. And if you haven't realised by now that it's dirty, boy, there's not really much help that I can be of you, you know? Like, there really isn't much that I can do for you in that respect. Like, are you telling me you were harboured in your mother's womb for 9 months to come out and not wash your legs? Okay, so I'm literally just going to get this, like, whitey shade and I'm going to just put it in the middle. So just to, like, highlight my eye. So yeah, you know, I was just chilling. And you know when the Snapchat starts popping, you know, you post a throwback and all the blue boxes are coming because people are seeing that you're now a spice. Do you know what I mean? That was basically happening. And the people that were popping up to my Snapchat, right? Some of them were people I used to go to school with. Listen, that ain't no problem. That is not a problem. What is a little bit of a problem, right, is the fact that you're now coming into my inbox, right, with the hopes to try and move to me. Now, my issue with this is, yeah, we were at school, right? Most of us have been at school together, if not from year 3 to 6th form, from year 7 to 6th form. Now, right, back then, I'm not saying I was ugly, right? But the glow up just hadn't hit me like it's hit me at uni. We just weren't all the way there yet, right? Why do you think this is your chance to come back in my DMs, yeah? Talking about, oh, you're looking like a spice. Oh, we should meet up. Oh, and I'm just here thinking, you didn't rate me before, but now you're rating me because you've seen the potentials that I can bring to this earth. Don't do that. Like, don't actually come and embarrass yourself on my social media. Don't do it. This is the time that you've chosen to come back. Classless. Very classless. Very classless. Don't do that. Like, have respect for yourself and your dignity, do you know what I mean? And get out my inbox. It's literally that simple. And at school, I wasn't ugly. I was just black. And you may find that funny, but when you're in an environment with people that don't appreciate the beauty of black people, it's a bit of a sticky one, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna get a bit of black and just put it in a corner just so I can deep it. When I say a bit, people, don't be heavy-handed, because once you go black, yeah, once you start putting black, you actually cannot go back from that. You can't, because if you mess up, it's curtains. So literally just gonna dab the black. So I'm gonna do a quick wing liner, and I'm gonna finish the rest of my eyes and then put on lashes. Then I'm going to come back. I'm gonna cut my eyeliner with concealer, so please no one get at me in the comments as to why it's that thick. My eyelashes are the Eyelaw Enchanted ones. They're limited edition, so foundation, I'm gonna use the Fenty in 490. It's so funny, I saw a tweet, right, made by this girl I follow on Twitter, and she was saying how she didn't consider marrying a Ugandan before, but now she's considering it. And I found that so funny, because literally that's my life. Coming to uni, a lot of the boys I was encountering were just not Ugandan. Maybe because obviously maybe where I went to uni, for one, and then obviously having one bad experience with Ugandan boys, like, you know what, I can't come and kill myself for the sake of culture. Because religion-wise, listen, that's easy, do you know what I mean? Religion isn't restricted to one country. So that wasn't an issue. But culture, boy, that one there, yeah, sticky. As I've come through uni and gotten older, I've realised that the comfortability of marrying someone who is Ugandan culture-wise, because listen, over the past 6 months, I'd say I have just met more and more Ugandans through, you know, social media, through events, through whatever, and I've realised, yeah, listen, Ugandans, we're lit peoples, do you know what I mean? Like, we have vibes. Everyone, like, banter in Uganda is second to none. So I was kind of here like, not rah, is this what I'm missing? But rah, is this what I'm missing at the same time? Do you know what I mean? I didn't completely write off the idea of being with someone who's Ugandan, but I was more open to marrying outside of the culture, which I don't think is a bad thing, because, you know, it's good to know what's out there in terms of culture. By doing so, I'm highlighting with Dark Cocoa from LA Pro Girl before I go in with my other concealers, by the way. So I was just kind of here like, like, what makes sense to me? What do I want? I came to some conclusions and I was like, you know what, yeah? Marrying a Ugandan, that ain't gonna be too bad, you know? It's really not gonna be too bad. Because, you know, our languages are the same and stuff. Culturally, we're the same. There's just so many similarities. And it's like, it's gonna be easier. And like I said before, listen, when it's come to boys that I've dealt with in the past, the majority haven't been Ugandan. Like, my ex-boyfriend was Jamaican. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've literally explored. obviously, when you're in uni, the question is when you're going to graduate. After you graduate, the question is when you're going to get married. And I'm not ready for them questions yet. I'm really not. Because people need to mind their business, okay? Don't apply pressure. I see beer to learn food from anyone else's country to try cook it. And this isn't me describing all my MCMs. All my MCMs, you guys can perfectly stay where you are, please. But it's just like, if just life wasn't to work out how, you know, I planned it in the beginning, to me that's perfectly okay. But I am 100% happy with the fact that my husband is more likely going to be Ugandan, which is a massive turn on, because if you asked me that a couple of years ago, I would have laughed you off. I'm really sorry, Mum. By the way, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to dismiss our culture. Listen, I love being Ugandan, but the men, if I speak. And I think what put me off was, one, my experience, two, my friends' experiences, and like experiences from like family members and cousins and stuff. But you know what? My own household, so the household with my parents, that is a perfect representation as to why I would want to marry Ugandan, because that vibe was good from beginning to end. Do you know what I mean? My mum married a Ugandan man. Listen, my dad is a perfect example of, if I marry a Ugandan man, that's how I'd want him to be. But we can't keep using the excuses, Ugandan men are like this. Change your destiny. Change yourselves. Why are you like this? Because yes, as much as us women are going to come and complain, boy, at the end of the day, listen, we know what's up. Like, we know at the end of the day, when it comes to getting married, we're going to have to get married to you guys. Do you know what I mean? But some of you don't make it easy for yourselves, and you don't make it easy for us either. Because that's... the way some of you behave, yeah, I can't even... I just don't know. I just don't know. The way some of you guys behave is very questionable. To highlight, before I go back, I used first LA Girl, Pro Conceal and Dark Cocoa. Then I used L'Oreal True Match concealers in 9DW Mahogany, and then 7RC Rose Amber. Then I'm going to contour with Makeup Revolution C18. I'm going to set my face with the mixed banana powder. So as I was saying, the person I was 5 years ago versus the person I am today are two different people. There's obviously many factors that have affected that, as in my personal life. But in terms of growth as a person, outside of like all the personal things that have happened, it's like I've gotten to a space where, one, I don't have time for ag. I don't have time for people trying to beef me. If you want to move mad with me, and if you want to beef me, to me that's perfectly fine. But I'm not going to engage in it, because I don't have any beef with anyone. Like, there's no one on this earth that I'm beefing. I don't have time for it. I really don't have time for it. Because what is actually the point? And like, I've seen firsthand, yeah, how this life is just too short. There's too many people that are being snatched away in this life. Life is way too short. Because when people like fall out with me, or if people have bad feelings towards me, like, as I can state, even as of right now, if there's anyone on this earth that has a bad feeling towards me, I can assure you, guaranteed 100% on anything, it's one-sided, because I've not got beef with anyone. Any issues I've had with people, I've solved. I've, you know, reached out, I've called them, I've messaged them, and, you know, we've sorted it out, and we're cool now. We banter, we talk, and everything's fine. But the people who have bad feelings towards me, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. If you think I'm going to waste my time and come and talk to you, if you're the person with a bad feeling, what am I doing? You need to find it within yourself. You need to source the issue. And if you feel like you can come to me, come to me. If you don't feel like you can't come to me, then I don't know for you. Because I'm not a hard person to talk to. Everyone I've met has said I'm really easy to talk to you. Obviously, being someone who is religious, forgiveness is such a big part. Like, you can't live your life without knowing how to forgive. You know, when you walk around with anger, and then you have to show that person that you don't care, and then you try not to engage with them. You ignore them in social situations, or let's say you're talking in group chats and you purposely try to ignore them. Like, why be that person? Do you know what I mean? It's not fun to be that person. All the people who, let's say, have issues with me, to say I don't care would literally be an understatement. Like, my life is still revolving. I'm still doing stuff. I'm posting snaps. I'm moving over my life and da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you know what I mean? It's not that deep to me. Just like social media as a whole isn't that deep either. You know, there's people who will get annoyed at you and then they'll block you on socials, and, you know, snaps have private stories. They'll block you from seeing this. And I'm thinking, okay, you've blocked me from seeing your private story. Am I supposed to cry? I don't understand what you want me to do here. Am I supposed to message you and ask you why you blocked me on your private story? My life is, honestly, at this stage, my life is the best it's ever been. My exams went well. I've got really good people in my life, friends, family-wise. My home life is great. You know, I'm trying to be consistent with this YouTube thing. Ramadan is going, like, insanely good. I literally, there's nothing bad in my life. Like, my life is 100 right now, and I'm so blessed for that to be the case. But I've literally not got time to, you know, be on people like that. I'm literally just putting a green on my bottom lash line. So when people just sit here and they try to claim to have beef with me, and it's so funny because when I'm in social situations, for example, and people sit here and they're like, what happened with you and so-and-so? I'm like, ask them, because I've not got any beef. And listen, people see, and people, you know, try to be like, listen, why are you beefing this person? Oh, you guys used to be really close and da-da-da-da-da. First of all, it's not me. Second of all, have you given this person that same speech? Because what I don't like is when it's like beef and people only come and chat to one person. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's two people involved. There's two parties involved here, right? Just make sure whatever you're telling me, if you want to be a mediator, just make sure, one, you've got the correct information, and two, you've got the correct information. But also not even that. Just make sure you've gone to tell the other person the same thing. I've got a perfect example, but if I give receipts, people are going to know. For example, I must have tweeted the other day. Oh, no, yesterday, in fact. After 4 years, me finishing uni, it's finally over. So remember the tweet, right? A day or so later, there's another girl I have on social media. She tweeted the same thing. She was like, oh, guys, listen, you know, oh, I finished uni and da-da-da-da-da. You know, everyone's giving her congratulations because finishing uni, it's a big thing. Then there was someone who must have ignored my tweet, right? And then went to comment on hers, oh my God, well done, da-da-da-da-da. Uganda's gonna be lit. And I was thinking, I've clocked you. I have clocked you. And the same person is the same person too. If we're in a group chat together, let's say I post something, someone else will post the same thing and they get a response and I don't. And I'm like, you're wasting your time here, because if you knew the level I don't care, you'd stop trying so hard to ignore me. You'd stop trying so hard to, you know, make things a big deal. Because if you didn't make it a big deal, no one would be asking me questions. So I'm literally going to set my face, then I'm going to highlight, and I'll be back when I am doing lips. For lips, it's literally the classic new combo from Taz in my electric shock makeup challenge. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below in the description. You guys should go see that video because it's really funny. But it's literally just dark brown liner. I'm going to use NYX's Berlin, and then a lip gloss from Bemi Banks Cosmetics in Clarity. This is how I did my hair bank holiday weekend. So I thought, if I'm recreating a whole bank holiday weekend look, I may as well do my hair the same. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with this Get Ready With Me. Comment down below your thoughts on this look. Comment any video ideas you guys want me to do. For all my Ugandan people, I've got Ugandan tag coming out very soon, so please stay tuned for that. I've also got obviously my Ramadan vlogs, and I've got a couple uni ones, and just, you know, a few things coming. I'm trying to be consistent. Obviously now exams are finished, I have a lot more time, so obviously I'm trying to release more videos. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.